Greetings Simplicity. Today we have Mr. Hari Armugam with us, the Managing Director of Poppies Hotel. Congratulations, sir, first of all, for being awarded for the World Luxury Hotel Award.
Thank you.
For scenic beauty and luxury villa on floating on water.
Yes.
So the World Luxury Hotel Award is like an Oscar in the hotel industry as such. So what kind of evaluation was done so that the resort got awarded with?
We had to get nominated to apply first of all. They look at us and then if they are happy with us, then they say you can nominate yourself. It's a 6 months process. So much so that they even send guests that are unannounced from their side to check if we actually mean what we do. They come in as paid guests. They experience the whole place. They give marks. They have a rating sheet and they mark us. Then after all that happens is when they actually call on you to have a personal interview with you. And then it's like, sitting in an examination. After tedious evaluations and stringent measures, then they call upon you and say, okay, you're nominated, but this winning is at Switzerland, so come down. If you win, we announce you.
You are from a textile background. How did hospitality come into picture?
Well, the passion started as early as in my 8th standard. During a vacation, I was influenced when I was at a resort. I decided then and there that I have to be a hotelier. I want to enter into the world of hospitality.
I think right from the time you realize what you need to do, you're doing this as a passion.
Yeah.
So what is the division of Poppies Hotel? What all segments is Poppies Hotel into?
We actually have 3 different segments. First being Poppies Hotels, which is more on the 4-star cadre. We have another brand called Vinayaka, which is to do with mostly budget boutique hotels in mainly temple towns and touristic towns, attracting the budget traveler. And on the third level is the resorts. So we right now own 2 resorts. We have one in Cochin, which is Aquatic. It's a uniquely designed floating kind of a resort. The next one is a resort in Pondicherry called Mango Hill. That's again a French architecture with more earthly kind of interiors.
Coming to your Aquatic Resort, what is the speciality of Aquatic Resort? It's been awarded for being one of the most luxurious resorts. How different is it from the other world resorts that are out there?
It's completely different. This is the only resort where everything is actually floating. We made a grand tour around the world, actually, so to say. We visited around 15 countries, all of touristic importance. And wherever they said floating, we wanted to go see. So they either had one room floating or just a part of the resort floating. The idea that we always had was when we start a resort, we wanted it to be unique. We were not interested in, doing the same brick and mortar things and giving it a very ethnic touch or a very flashy modern touch. We wanted to do something that had in the structure itself had a difference. That's the way we set it up also, so that the rooms are large. Each room is about 750 square foot. We have designed it in levels so that people have that feel of they move around the rooms. They can spend time in different parts of the room. So it's like an apartment that's floating.
So when you say the word floating, what do you exactly mean by floating?
It is anchored. It's anchored. You can feel the movement, but I can move it anywhere. And we had the world's first swimming pool that is completely floating. The pool moves anywhere. The idea we had was, if you want to take a dip, don't go to the pool comes to you.
Literally, very different, very unique, very unheard. So apart from the stay, I think even the cuisine in itself becomes a must visit to Aquatic.
Exactly. I lived in Kerala. I went to Kerala, shifted over to Kerala, and I lived in Kumbalangi for almost 3 years till the first cottage was up. The food in Kumbalangi is like we have Chettinad cuisine, Kongunadu cuisine in Tamil Nadu. Kumbalangi has its own cuisine. Their food is slightly different from the usual Kerala food. I realized this when I was staying there because I hired a maid from the local village and she was cooking for me. So I called up that Chechi and I said, your food is lovely. Would you like to give a try at our hotel? She was a little scared. So this Chechi started the work and we started training the Chechi in terms of how to, we didn't want to change any of the originality, the authenticity of her. But the way she served it, the way it was presented to the guest, and the offering had to be, thought. 1 became 2, 2 became 3, then it became a team of 6 Chechis from the local village. And we trained them for almost 2.5 years until they became like real professional cooks. And we encourage our guests to go into the kitchen and spend some time with the chechis to learn, curry mean vattichadu, or, there's a local fish called Ayla. There's different cuisines that we practice, and it's food that is unheard of.
So it's basically not staying in the resort, it's like living Kerala or living that area in.
Yes.
What were the challenges in building up this resort as such?
Everything was a challenge actually from day one, because we couldn't find any benchmarks. As we started debating, me and my friend, we sat over, and he was the architect, and we said, let's design something that's different. So the first thing we said was, everything is going to be floating. There's nothing that is, we even have floating gardens. So how to water it, how to get the soil there, what sort of structure needs to be underneath, and how to, balance it to bring the buoyancy. These were all challenges. Then that was more of technical details. So we wanted to, the whole construction to be more challenging, and the bedrooms to be more interesting. So we decided that we will go ahead for an underwater bedroom. We wanted to take more challenges on us. So it took us a good 1.5 years of study. And we made about 3-4 rooms, trying, testing, floating. Because you see, when it's floating, it's also to do with the water. In terms, the characteristics of the water differs. And full moon day, no moon day, high tide, low tide. Though it's a lake, I'll have to study all this. What sort of a material to use for it. That has to, be water resistant. We are growing shrimps over there. We cultivate our own fishes. So this year we had invested about 1 crore prawns.
Who does the resort really target to, like a romantic getaway or a holiday with the family, or is it to a certain audience that you cater to?
The target audience is clients who appreciate calm, exotic serenity. If people are interested to go to a place and live with themselves, like just enjoy the peacefulness, it's complete serene setup. The whole ambience there is like, you have got a rich bird watching activity that happens there. The beach is just 5 minutes away. You get to see dolphins in the morning. You are interested in fishing, sit, have a peaceful music, listen, and do fishing. You want to just chill, relax out, it is there. So that is the kind of audience we look at. We have honeymooners, we have families coming in. Kids love us the most because it's water everywhere. We give them like a lot of water activities to do. So that interests them a lot. It's a west facing resort, so you can get a view of the beaches and the sunset, and just calm, quietness. Just be yourself, just relax yourself. It's absolute beauty in the evenings.
You already added a star to the Kongu region by bringing in this luxury hotel award. What is that one point one can see with all Poppy hotels?
Poppies means pampering. Pamperingness that we give our guests. That's what I want. Any guest who comes into my hotel, but when they go out, I want them to go with a smiley face. I want them to feel satisfied. I want them to feel enjoyed. That can happen only with pampering. So I want my group to be known for pampering. The level of pampering does not change with the star of the hotel. It's the same everywhere, and we try to better ourselves with all the positive feedbacks we get, the comments which we get, and we try to evolve every day as a better pampering company.
I hope there are a lot of people who are looking out for some kind of peace, some kind of serenity. It's right here in Cochin. Thank you so much for giving us an insight into such a luxury hotel.